By the way, and for whoever was like, yo, the fuck you talking about? Game might sell as much as Meek. Documentary too, and of course we know he did have Drake on a single, so 81,000 first week. Actually, it was 94 when you include streams, and of course with Meek we're definitely gonna include streams. So documentary 2, which came out last year in October, a year ago, so 94,000 records first week. Didn't even the record with Drake didn't have much airplay. Again,
Oh
the
shit.
reason why I'm saying he's gonna sell, and you know why he sells that much? West Coast be supporting that shit,
West Coast. Yeah, that's true.
right? So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't think Meek is selling over 100,000. The game sold 90,000 last time with his album. I know he's gonna go on a promo run. He's gonna drop a couple more diss tracks. He's gonna go to the Breakfast Club. He's gonna
Yep.
be talking all type of shit on air. He's gonna be doing all type of shit. Yo, believe me, the malarkey and the fuckery when it comes to game putting out an album, he's gonna be doing it. I think not 90,000 again. He won't do 94 again, but I think he'll sell in the 70 range, 60 to 70. That's the range he'll sell. Meek, I
Well,
don't think
man.
he's selling over 100. I think Meek is gonna sell in the 80s to 90s range. But even if he sold 90 or 85, 85 compared to a 70, it's not that much difference, right?
It's not. It's
So
not.
so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all the delusional thinking Meek gonna sell 300. Let's see. The game, who never really has much publicity, even though he does create these little beefs around that time, he's not flopping. So when Meek says he's gonna sell 15,000, he must be stupid, right? Because there's nothing that happened to the game that would change the results of his sales. He's doing the
That's
same
true.
nonsense. He's doing the
He's
he's beefing with niggas. He's rapping well because he raps very well,
and the
and
West is always gonna have his back.
they're always gonna have his back. Yo, Problem, YG, Nipsey, all them dudes, they look at him like an OG. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think y'all
what. That,
forget. Right before Kendrick, Snoop and all them OGs passed the torch or the
the
baton
game.
for the West Coast to the game. The game held it down for a couple of years. Then he passed it to Kendrick, and of course we ain't see like an official passing, but we see people like YG, Problem. We see Nipsey Hussle and a bunch of other people kind of
That's
rising
a
on the
lot of
West Coast.
a lot of these new fans don't really know where the game the game was that nigga like probably like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
He was that nigga in the West. Like it's just now a lot of people don't know him, but he is still that nigga. He still. I remember that video when he was punching 40 Glock in his face with one hand. I was like, oh my goodness, like games with the shits. But now this new day and age, this Instagram, this Twitter shit, it's like game. Don't get me wrong, game does memes too, but
and hold on. And by the way, that's why like I gotta educate y'all because yo, there's certain rappers who they don't have to be commercial anymore, but they still move numbers because of their history and because of regions that respect them. One of
yeah,
those regions is the West, but even look at Jeezy. Jeezy
yep,
dropped an album last year. Y'all don't probably know a single off of it. He sold 107,000 first week, right?
loyal
Your
fans, yeah.
favorite rapper, Young Thug, he's got a dress on, a thong, he's changing his name, he's sucking cock, he's doing everything. He sells 37. Why does the game sell 94, Jeezy sell 107, and the guy who's getting all the publicity, I post about him all day long, everybody posts about him all day long, people are talking about him all day long, he sells 37? Because the
Only
loyal fans
37,
aren't there. So
only
y'all put some
37.
respect. Like y'all
Fuck.
acting like the game been a bum nigga who never sold. He used to sell like just like if 50 came out now with a record and he really promoted it, he ain't gonna sell no millions no more. That's why I think 50's drop off is so drastic. The game biggest sales were like about 350 or something like that.
How much did Young Thug's album before that sell? Barter, was it Barter? Barter
Uh, th-
was.
th- that did low 30s.
Oh my. And he used that little Wayne publicity, like he was gonna.
No. Barter 6. No. He had a couple more. He puts everything on sale, but sometimes they're also available free. So that's the thing with Young Thug, which his fans always try to like deflect.
See, that's the thing. Young Thug fans are not gonna go out and buy his shit. Like they're just mostly trapping out the bandwidth. It's like Games fans are actually Jeezy
Hold
fans,
on,
Game.
somebody said if Jeezy could sell 107, Meek will easily. Well, if you think Meek will easily get that, well, put the money up. Put the money up. Y'all don't understand. There's certain type of rappers when they come out. Like, to be honest, did you think Frank Ocean was gonna do 250? Like, there's certain type of rappers, they just have loyal fans that just cop their shit, man. That's just what it is.
Even Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne drops this album coming up, whenever it comes, I guarantee he'll do 200,000 probably first week.
200,000? You crazy? He said, like, listen, he gonna do at least like 3 something, or at least probably even 4. Or if he got a big single, he might even get $500,000.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's true.
Like, yo, people get caught up in the moment so much. Not because you see a nigga been dominating the social media news, mean they're gonna sell 1 million or whatever. No. You gotta get loyal fans that are gonna really cop your shit and really check for you. That's the reason why the Game keep buying all them cars, because he always got that fan base.
He does.
He got that fan base. And a lot
No
of that
matter
fan
what.
base, hold on, and a lot of that fan base, they might have been rocking with him since 05.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my guy. He dropped. This is how we do, man. I wish he was still with the unit, but fuck it, shit happens. I'm gonna still cop his shit. And again, most of that demographic is older, so they're gonna buy it. Young Thug's audience, first of all, Young Thug's audience probably trapping out the bandwidth, or they just listen on Apple Music. The
That's
reason
true.
why these record labels don't like Apple Music is because they rather you would have to listen to an album 1,500 times for it to qualify as a sale, as opposed to you purchasing it for $10.
That's true. You think 50's gonna jump into beef and side like
50 cooling right now. Like who you think side with who? The Game? No. Yo, that would look embarrassing. Like 50 and Games used to be titans in this rap shit and beef shit. If they team up against Meek, it makes Meek looks even more dominant. You feel me?
You think so?
Of course. Yo, 50 at one point was the king of beefing. The Game was like just a fucking guy who loved to be like, if it takes them two to basically get at Meek, and here's the thing, they still, beefing nowadays is all about who got current clout. Game, you ain't that popping social, like you're not that relevant when it comes to like trending shit as much as Meek. You're gonna lose. Meek, you definitely ain't that popular when it comes to trending shit like Drake. You're gonna lose. That's why when 50 went up against Meek, he lost. Like niggas ain't trying to.
It was just memes and shit he was doing. Same shit.
Niggas ain't on that social like niggas. If you an old rapper, man, they ain't trying to get no type of respect when it comes to these current beats, man.
Yeah, the 90s and 2000 rappers, when they beef at this day and age, they always lose because nobody doesn't really know them. And number two, they're just on.
Yeah, people always just assume they're just doing it for attention because they fell off. Oh, you're doing it because Meek's the man now. Meek's the man, right. So really, you just wanna get his followers or whatever. And basically, by the way, like, yo, 50 could go overseas and get way more money than Meek could ever possibly touch.
Even Lloyd Banks.
When we're talking about performing.
Yeah, he could.
But of course, people don't care about that. People thinking like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, why you beefing with the hot guy right now? Like, yo, you a washed up rapper. Like, yo, your time is done.
That's the problem with this generation. That's the problem. Like, they're just looking at one aspect.
I'm not even gonna say it's a problem with quote unquote this generation, but it tells you who's judging the beef. So when y'all beefing online for social media, you should know the arena of the people who are judging it. The people who are judging it, they don't want to hear no old ass nigga, bro. Like that's just what it is. They want to hear no old ass nigga talking a bunch of fuck shit. That's just how it goes.
It's true. Nobody doesn't want to. It's true. Nobody doesn't want to hear unless it's Drake
and also like again, I always tell y'all, like the G Unit fans who still like G Unit, bro, them niggas are in their 20s, maybe even 30s.
You're
a nigga who like Meek Mill is in his 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
Or he might be like Slowbucks and be like 19 or 17. I mean.
That's true. Nobody doesn't remember the Unit. If you were born in the 2000s, like you won't even know.
These new rappers, they tell you they grew up on 50. Like 50 some old nigga. Like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. You know when you tell somebody, damn, yo, you remember when flip phones existed? Like that's some old shit, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, I
Uh,
grew up on 50. Like, yeah, that's some old nigga shit.